just below -20. Cold today. Got everything going in the garage. Got the propane heater, got the electric heater, I got the wood stove going. It's not too bad though, not too bad in here. Hey guys, Woods Farm here, Project 222. This is episode 23. Today we're going to be cutting out some larger plates towards the back end of the vehicle. We're going to be using 1/4-inch steel, so it's going to be a lot of work to get these plates cut out and welded in place. Also going to be working on the inner front fender, that passenger side. We've got the driver's side done in the last video, and today we're going to be working on the other side. So stick around and check it out. Okay, here's one of those plates we're going to try to get cut out today. This is the old cardboard pattern that we used from last spring when we made the entire car out of cardboard. I think we're just going to be able to recycle these patterns. There's a few spots where the fit isn't perfect, but I think we can just adjust that when we trace it over onto the metal. That way we're saving cardboard and we don't have to redo things. I've got them mounted and they seem to be, other than that, a pretty good fit. Maybe a slight adjustment on this back line here as well. You can see we're getting close, starting to move in towards the back of the vehicle. And there's the other side. Same thing, some minor adjustments, but that's the goal today, is to get these two plates cut out, fitted, and tacked in place. And here's another job to work on. It's the passenger side wheel well. That's the area under that fender. We got to close that in just to make the crew compartment sealed up. So I think while my son's doing some cutting on those bigger plates, I might work on this piece if I can find a piece of material that will work. Just another view of what we'll be working on. This is the inside, and you can see the idea is to close in the crew compartment. This area up here, it's going to actually have a firewall built in, so we don't need to seal the vehicle all the way up to the nose, just to the point of that firewall, and it should be closed in nicely. Okay, so we've got these two plates cut out, and between the cardboard patterns and the actual metal plates, the cardboard patterns weren't accurate because we had all these little add-ons here, add-ons there, and we're matching up these two plates now, and we realized they're not perfectly identical. And we started looking at the framework and seeing where we could make adjustments to try to get these two sides to be symmetrical. You can see that line there. That's where the passenger side is a little bit bigger compared to the driver's side. So knowing that the two sides weren't the same, we started looking at the framework and seeing where we could make adjustments to fix it. And it led us over to the passenger side. And what we end up with is this line here is a little bit longer on the passenger side. So the easiest thing to do is to cut it out, and we can make an adjustment there just to push it back. The next thing we realized is all this framework we built is kind of obsolete now. We've got a new idea of how we're going to frame this in and make it so that the engine deck is removable. So all of this stuff is going to get trimmed out for now, and we're going to prep those two plates and get them put in position. And I also got this wheel well plate cut out, so we're making some progress on that. I just need to prep it for welding, and we should be able to tack it in place. There's that framework that we had previously built for the engine cover. And we were talking about how we may actually end up just building this completely out of solid plate and completely eliminate this framework. Or at the very least, we'll make adjustments to this framework so it works with what we've changed at the back. Okay, we got both back plates tacked in place. We're pretty happy with the fit, how everything ended up working out. And instead of using a framework at the back, we're just going to weld on the edge that the engine deck is going to bolt to. If that makes sense, we're going to weld it right off the plate. There's the passenger side, also tacked in place. And there's that lower wheel well on the passenger side. Got that cut out and tacked in place today. I've still got to weld the seams and close it off on the inside underneath here. There's two little plates that kind of get fit in there to close it off. Okay, so the next step is to complete this lower panel here. I'm not going to sure how I'm going to do this. It'll depend on what material we've got available. It would be nice to do it in one piece, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to make it in smaller sections. And then of course there's a little triangular panel right there below the engine deck. We've got to do that. So we're going to do that on both sides, get it all finished off before we move on to enclosing the engine. Okay guys, we're going to wrap this video up here. We got a lot of progress done today. Particularly we got those large panels cut out and tacked in place to the rear, which is something I needed help with, so I'm glad that happened. Moving forward, we've got some smaller panels to continue closing in the crew compartment, so that's going to be happening in the next videos. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you want to see more videos of Project 222, definitely make sure to subscribe to the Woods Farm channel. As always, thanks for watching.